Riders waiting patiently for Heat 70 to complete their lineup. This will be their 5th ride. Sierniak found it a little bit too tough tonight, Chris. Just hasn't been able to, probably a little bit nervous. Just, he was off the pace yesterday in qualifying and just hasn't had the speed. Dropping the clutch right, but just not generating enough speed.
Yeah, for sure. He hasn't been outclassed by any means. He's been making decent starts with the lads, but he's just not putting it all together. I'm sure he's feeling the pressure of riding in front of this crowd here in the National Stadium. It's a big night for him.
Indeed it is. Big experience. Get the feeling he'll be back though. No doubt about that. Andre Lebedevs, who's battled hard. Robert Lambert is the man on the mission tonight, who's ridden really strongly. Sits on 8 points coming into heat number 17. Kubera, who has had a tough night as well, picked up his first points in his previous ride, won't make the semi-finals tonight. Lebedev's off the inside in red, Robert Lambert gate number 2 in blue, Kubera out of gate number 3 in white, and Sierniak riding off the outside in yellow. 3 guys here probably riding for pride now. The one that has everything to gain to secure his place 100% in the semi-finals is Robert Lambert. 1 point should be enough, but of course he will want a decent gate pick for the semi-finals, so a race win will be very useful.
Yeah, it's going to be vital to have a decent pick, and I would imagine that most people will still be looking at gate 4. It's been a huge advantage so far this evening. But Matthias Sierniak, gate 4, you never know. It's no question now, he's had 4 rides.
Yeah, he should be getting to grips with it, and he won't want to go home without scoring a point in the Grand Prix. It's never very pleasant if you have 5 rides and failing to score. But we know the young man has a huge amount of talent. We've seen that over the last couple of seasons, so I'm sure he'll be giving it his all here. But Robert Lambert on 8 points coming out of gate 2. He'll be looking to push on for the semi-finals, put himself in as good a position as possible. Heat 17. Tapes up, away we go, even break, tight break. Lebedevs has got there, Sierniak ran the outside, working a treat, hustling the bike, hits the front for the first time. He's going to love that. Can he make it stick now? Robert Lambert in the middle of the track. Tell you what, there's been a bit of water go down here and a little bit greasy out there, but for Matthias Sierniak, he's pulling away out in front. This is good news for him.
I had a feeling we'd see something bright here from Sierniak. He's had 4 rides, the pressure was off him, he had nothing really to lose here. He's come off gate 4 with a great start, riding well. Lambert, a little disappointing for him. This will move him on to 10 points, and he will have a pick of gates with 10 points, I would imagine, but I think he might be a little bit disappointed.
Sierniak, though, this is going to put a smile in his face. Nice bit of consolation in his last outing. Fans will be delighted to see him. The Polish contingent in here, it's nearly 50,000 of them. He's delighted with that. And so he should be. It's been a tough night for him, but he goes away not just with a few points to his name, he goes away with a win, and that's going to make the drive home an awful lot easier, that's for sure. And the track was a little bit greasy there, and Robert Lambert just trudging his way back to the pits. Well, for that man who I'm sure has a very bright future in the sport, wins his first Grand Prix at senior level. 3 points from Matthias Sierniak. Andre Lebedev's back in 2nd place, 2 points. Robert Lambert picks up 1 point in 3rd. And Dominic Kubera failing to score. You see Lambert there after 5 rides on 9. He's through. And got to say, well, we'll wait and see exactly where he finishes there. But he will slip down a little bit. But I'm fully expecting to see him in the semi-finals. Well, we'll see Heat 17 once more.
Yeah, this race all about Sierniak. Nice to see him get a victory here in the Narodovi. Great start from the outside, and he's quick. We've seen him winning so many races in SGP2 on the way to 2 gold medals in the last couple of years. And a little bit of disappointment here, really, for Robert Lambert. Would have been looking, I'm sure, for more than 1 point out of this race. But great ride from Matthias Sierniak. Nice to see him go away with a race winner. Look at the fun he's having there after the race.
Yep, a showman through and through, celebrating his win tonight, Heat win, in style. And clearly feeling a lot better about life generally after failing to score in his first 4. As I say, Robert Lambert finishes on 9 points. He's through. He could have looked for a bit more there. May have been a little bit frustrated with that. Heat number 18. It's a huge moment for Ty Woofenden. He's had plenty in his career, of course. He knows how to handle them, but after a strong start tonight with 5 points from his first 2 rides, failing to score in the last couple of outings. Woofenden on the inside in red, Kai Hülkenberg at gate number 2 in blue, Mikkel Mikkelsen gate number 3 in white, and Simon Wozniak off the outside in yellow. Mikkelsen is a main danger here. Woofenden will need to win. 2 wins on 8 points. He gives himself a chance at the semi-final.
Yeah, and he certainly needs it. It's coming off the inside gate. Interesting to see what he will do with the first turn. The dirt line after one race from a track grade isn't too far out, so he may elect to just head for the dirt, but I think if he makes a decent clear start, he'll be better off running around the inside.
Yeah, Wozniak's going to be a big danger from the outside.
Absolutely.
Here. A big danger. Mikkelsen's been going great guns as well, generating lots of speed. Woofenden will need to be at his best here, and a better decision needs to be made in the first corner. No doubt about that. I would suggest maybe just committing to the inside and just hoping he can get out in front. Down the back straight for the first time. Here we go. Heat number 18. Tapes are up. We're away. Gate number 2. Kai Hülkenberg. That's a stunning start from the German. He hits the front. Here comes Wozniak round the outside in the second place. Woofenden into third. And Mikkelsen pushing him hard as well, but Kai Hülkenberg, what a fabulous start from gate number 2. Not many people have done that this evening.
No, fabulous start from him, great ride, and these 2 riders out front, Hülkenberg on 6 before this race, and Wozniak, this will be enough for them to take them into the semi-finals, which will be a great result for both those guys.
Wozniak certainly pushing hard. Woofenden there coming on strong in third place, but time is running out for Ty Woofenden, who certainly started the evening in strong style. Looks really impressive, but out in front, Kai Hülkenberg building on that performance.
Mistake.
Yeah, mistake from Wozniak. Can Woofenden pounce? No, he can't. But Kai Hülkenberg, 10 points last time in Croatia. He's through to the semi-finals. So is Wozniak. Mikkelsen misses out at the back, and I have a feeling that Ty Woofenden's night is done. And that's disappointing. Yep. 1 point from the last 3 outings, not enough. Just not enough. But for Hülkenberg, what a start that was from gate number 2. The best start we've seen from gate 2 all night long in heat number 18. Result. No, we won't have the result. We'll have the replay first, shall we?
So good. Let's watch it again, shall we? Hülkenberg, clear start from gate 2. By far the best start we've seen from there. And Ty Woofenden, I thought he was going to have a run up the inside, but Wozniak generated a lot of speed around the outside, coming across from gate 4, and 9 points apiece for Hülkenberg and Wozniak, 2 newcomers to the series. They will be chuffed to bits with that mistake there. On the final lap from Wozniak, does well then to come back across Ty Woofenden and take himself onto 9 points and a semi-final place.
Yep, absolutely. And Kai Hülkenberg, who has put in a lot of work in preparation for this year's championship chase. Certainly coming really good there. There's a result for you. Hülkenberg 3 points, Wozniak back in second place, 2 points. Ty Woofenden 1 point in third, and Mikkelsen misses out in heat number 18. There's the position as we come to the conclusion of the qualifying heat. Doyle Steele leading the way, but he's got a race to come. Top 8 is there for you. Mikkelsen hanging on by his fingertips there in 8th. Who can overhaul him? Bewley can, Freddie Lindgren can, so he'll have to be patient. Ty Woofenden's night is done, and that's desperately disappointing for the former 3-time champion, who has won twice here in the Narodowy before. So, heat number 19, what a lineup it is too. Really, really interesting race coming for us right now. Bartosz Zmarzlik looking to build, hasn't had a great night. Zmarzlik has had to work hard. You said it earlier on, Chris, hasn't quite got the bike working as well as he would like.
No, he hasn't. No, he's having to work overtime for every single point he's gained tonight.
Indeed he is. Dan Bewley will need a good ride here as well in gate number 3. So, Jason Doyle off the inside in red, Bartosz Zmarzlik, gate number 2 in blue, Dan Bewley gate number 3 in white, and Jankovic off the outside in yellow. Jason Doyle has been in sparkling form, back to his best here this evening.
Doyle through, Zmarzlik you would think through with 2 race wins, but we'll have to wait and see how these last couple of races go.
Yeah, he's doing okay, but as I say, he's not unbeatable, is he? He's a little bit vulnerable at times. So the last ride didn't look really like himself. Here we go. Heat number 19. Jason Doyle on the inside. Can he do it again? He's away nicely. Certainly is. He's hit the front. Untidy going into the first corner with Bewley and Zmarzlik. Zmarzlik coming through into second place. Down the inside is Jan Kovac into third, but Bewley's going to square that corner off and come back into through. But look at Jason Doyle. Doyle is riding out of his skin tonight. He's having a fabulous Grand Prix, but Zmarzlik is hunting him down.
Yeah, Zmarzlik is definitely on the charge, and the roof has almost come off the stadium as he roars up the inside.
Whoa.
Doyle's going to pin it down on him. There's no way through.
Oh!
Mistake there for Doyle. I've got a feeling Zmarzlik might be able to ride through here. No!
Fantastic moment for Jason Doyle to recover. Zmarzlik's now out of shape. He's having a sneaky look over his shoulder because Bewley is lurking. But Doyle's under pressure again. What a fabulous heat number 19. But Doyle around the last corner. Here we go. He's going to move on to 14 points. Bewley's back in third with Zmarzlik second. Kovac misses out. Doyle's doing it tonight, isn't he? Remarkably consistent. He's the man. He's the man to beat. Zmarzlik looked like a danger man, but Doyle, even with a mistake, hung on out in front. Fantastic Speedway once again. 3 points for Doyle, 2 for Zmarzlik, 1 for Bewley. Jan Kovac failing to score. He won't make the semi-finals. Bewley might. Bewley just might.
It's getting awfully tight.
Yeah, it's Freddie Lindgren. Lindgren could push one of those guys out with a heat victory in heat number 20.
Yeah, Dan Bewley's only got one race
Doyle on, absolutely. So, but Doyle on 14, he's got no such concerns. Comfortably out in front. Can he make it work tonight? Made the final 12 months ago, of course, then got thrown out with that controversial moment with the man who's alongside him.
Tell you what, for Jason Doyle, that was a cracking start. Bike just launched, he reacted first. Even made Zmarzlik look pretty slow off the start there. It was a cracking start. Dan Bewley's got himself into second place, moves out wide, and Zmarzlik up the inside of him there, slams the door shut as they go down the back straight. Looks to move wide and get around the outside of Doyle, but Jason Doyle's bike's working absolutely wonderfully for him tonight. Got to say, I think it's the most convincing performance from Jason Doyle in a Grand Prix for some time. There's that mistake, gets it back under control very, very quickly, and again, all working so hard. You can see another mistake there for Zmarzlik. Bikes all reacting, they're all getting braver and braver with the setups.
Yeah, bikes are getting a little bit unpredictable. Jason Doyle dominating the Grand Prix here, round number 2. It's the all-on FIM Speedway GP of Poland here in Warsaw tonight. And, there's no question that man has put in a fabulous performance so far. Can he make it through to the final? Can he make it another Grand Prix victory? Heat number 20 to finish the qualifying races. Leon Madsen hasn't had a great night, but this is a big moment for Freddie Lindgren. That man on the inside, Madsen, he hasn't gone as well as he would have liked. Just 2 points to his name. He's on the inside in red. Freddie Lindgren, gate number 2 in blue. Jack Holder out of gate number 3 in white, and Martin Vaslik off the outside in yellow. He's through. Jack Holder will be happy to build on his 8 points. This man, inexplicably, just has not had the night he was looking for. A former winner here, of course. And to make the semi-finals, Freddie Lindgren, we are being informed, needs a win. So a second here won't be enough because he was disqualified earlier on this evening. Here we go, heat number 20. Tapes are up. We're away. Holder. Whoa. Superb, but I tell you what, Holder's on the outside. Madsen's gone very wide. Down the back straight, it's all about Martin Vaslik. Martin Vaslik once again on 9 points, hits the front. He's having a great night. Holder coming through. Freddie Lindgren, this is just not going to be enough. That was tight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really had to breathe in now. I thought Jack Holder was going to clip the back of Zmarzlik. Zmarzlik is having one of those nights, you know. He won last year, of course, in Cardiff on a temporary track, and he's having a great night here.
Yeah, It's looking good. The bike's carrying lots of speed for him. It looks comfortable. He's able to ride out in the dirt. Jack Holder will be happy now, take a couple of points, move himself on to 10 points. This will not be enough for Freddie Lindgren, but this one, all about Martin Vaclik.
Vaclik out in front, had a disappointing opening round. He's putting it right here tonight, that's for sure. He's going to cruise through to the semi-finals, as is Jack Holder. He's turned his night around. Freddie Lindgren, desperately disappointing now. Hasn't, well, on previous visits, all previous visits, he's made the final. His worst performance in the Narodowy by far. Disappointment for Freddie. He makes his way back to the pit area. But for Martin Vaclik, under 12 points from his 5 outings, he'll be chuffed a bit. 3 points out in front for Vaclik. Jack Holder back in second place, 2 points. Freddie Lindgren on 1 in third. Neil Madsen having a desperately disappointing night on 2. But there you are. Vaclik on 12 in second place at this stage. Zmarzlik 10. So it's all rounded out, and Bewley looks like he might have just crept into the semi-finals, getting the better of Mikael Mikkelsen. Bewley getting the nod there because he beat Mikkelsen when they met. That's the reason he's in the top 8.
All about the first turn, this one, and Leon Madsen's the first one to make a big mistake there. Hits a hole, nearly collects the back of Jack Holder. Jack getting a little bit lucky there that he didn't get collected. Martin Vaclik around the outside. It did get awfully close here. Look, Jack Holder, I think it's actually one of the ruts through the start line. He just collects loaded grip as the bike drops into a rut. The bike lurches forward, almost collects the back of Martin Vaclik, but once Vaclik pulled clear, looked very comfortable, very quick, and he will be on 12 points going into the semis.
So Martin Vaclik going on very nicely indeed. Really has found his mojo this evening. And they build up to the semi-finals now. And it'll be interesting to see which way the gate draw goes. Could be quite fascinating indeed. The outside gate has been fruitful, but the inside gates have begun to work as the longer the evening has gone on. So, darkness has fallen now. Fabulous atmosphere. Look at that stadium. It really does look a picture all the night. So there we see the points handed out for the 8 riders that have dropped out of the Grand Prix. Mikkelsen picking up 8 points. Lindgren will be desperately disappointed on 7. So will Woofenden. A poor start to the series so far. We can get some reaction now with Abby, because Ty Woofenden is joining her.
Ty, it was such a strong start to the night in your second heat, getting the win, just having so much speed. What happened?
Last week we made a lot of changes. The whole start of the season in Europe I've been spinning and have so much power in the engines, not able to slow it down. Not actually able to get the wheel to even get any traction. So last week we changed all my stuff. And yesterday was the first time that I tried it and finished P4 in qualifying. Finished P3 in the sprint, and then today was going good. Gate 3 was tough, and then I got to my gate 1 and I should have stayed on the inside, and I thought I had a clear track, and I thought the dirt was a little bit closer than it actually was, so I went to the dirt and it wasn't there and everyone passed me, so that was my mistake. You know, I can wear that on my shoulders. If I did what I should have done in that race, then we would have been in the semi-final. So obviously frustrated, not how I wanted the night to go, especially with the changes that we've made. The boys have been working really hard. But yeah, super motivated to finish the rest of the season off. From here on out, I've got to make not a big goal, just lots of little ones. So the goal tonight was to finish better than I was 2 weeks ago, which wasn't very hard. So yeah, we'll just keep making them steps every Grand Prix and see where we're at the end of the year.
Ty, thank you. Such an honest answer. Really appreciate it. Back to you guys.
Yeah, well, fair play to Ty Woofenden for coming up. He didn't need to do that, but he did, and he showed great composure there. And let's wish him well for the remainder of the season. There's no doubt that he is top quality when he really gets his act together. So let's have a look at this. This is interesting. The inside gate becoming better and better the longer the night's gone on. A couple of race wins out of gate 2, 3 out of gate 3, 10 from the outside. I wonder which way they're going to go in the semi-finals then.
I've got to say, if I was in semi-final 1, I would take the inside gate. In the final, I'd be tempted to take the outside. There'll be no more track grades.
So why explain, please?
Well, the track has just been graded, so they've brought the dirt down, and that means that there's not quite so much dirt on the outside. Although looking at what they're doing, I think purposely they have left a very wide line. So there are two options. I still think that I would want to be off the inside gate, certainly in semi-final 1, maybe semi-final 2. But come final, I think the track will be back to the outside again.
Well, we will watch with interest on that. It's a good insight for that, for sure. So we will now have the opportunity to have a closer look at the 8 qualifiers that go through to the semi-finals this evening. It's been entertaining stuff, that's for sure. Been fantastic racing here so far this evening in Narodowy. So here we go, the 8 semi-finalists. Well, there we are, the top 8 tonight. They are the semi-finalists for you. Not too far away from the gate choices for the first semi-final. And there's no doubt that it's going to be very interesting indeed. Let's make our way back down into the pit area where Abby will take us through the gate draw for the semi-finals.
It is time for the gate selection for the first semi-final. Jason Doyle, who hasn't dropped a point tonight, has been in sparkling form. Will he take the inside gate? He does. The inside gate has come good as the night's gone on. Jack Holder, he leads the world standings. Will he take the outside gate? He does. He takes yellow. Jack Holder on the outside gate. Robert Lambert, what gate will he take? He goes for white, gate 3, and Kai Hülkenberg in another semi-final. Great result for the German. He will take gate 2.
Line up for the first semi-final. Doyle off the inside. Hülkenberg won his last race out of gate number 2, got it again in the semi-final. Lambert out of gate number 3, and Jack Holder off the outside. Smashing looking race. So back down to Abby for semi-final number 2.
And it's now time for the gate selection for semi-final 2. Martin Vasilic first to take gate choice, and he goes on the outside gate, gate yellow. Bartosz Zmarzlik up next. Will he take the inside gate? He does. He will start from red. Simon Wozniak makes his first semi-final, and he goes for white, gate 3. So Dan Bewley, please take your gate. He will start from gate 2 in blue.
Semi-final number 2, the world champion off the inside in red. Bewley in gate number 2, gate number 3 for Wozniak and Martin Vasilic off the outside. You nailed it, Chris.
Thank you.
Absolutely nailed it. Doyle off the inside in the first one. Vasilic had the first choice in the semi-final. He went for the outside. You must have had the crystal ball.
Yeah, I had a premonition. No,
Fantastic.
it's just, you know, this track develops very quickly. It can develop after one race. So certainly semi-final 1.
Okay,
got to go off
steady
the
on,
inside.
steady on. No, brilliant stuff. Well done. And Jack Holder there having a chat with his brother Chris. Big moment for Jack Holder, of course, who won so brilliantly 2 weeks ago. 2 Australians going head-to-head here in the first semi-final. Doyle has been almost faultless, just dropping 1 point so far this evening. He sits on 14 points, qualifying points coming into the semi-finals, but they are effectively null and void now This is all about where you finish in the semi-finals. First two go through to the final. Third and fourth drop out, and then the World Championship points are awarded accordingly. Robert Lambert, who missed out in the semi-finals 2 weeks ago and should have made the final. He was riding so well, and he'll be really determined to try and rectify that here tonight.
I'm sure that will be on his mind here. Kai Hülkenberg, he'll be very happy to be going off gate 2. He made an absolutely fabulous start off that one in Heat 18, his last ride, yeah.
So he won't be unhappy at all. He'll have fond memories of heat number 2 for Kai Hülkenberg. And will he make his first final in his second Grand Prix? Every chance. Fantastic speedway. I do hope you've been enjoying it at home. It's been a treat to be here, and the expectation coming into tonight has been high, and the action is duly delivered, absolutely. The riders now emerging for the first semi-final. 3 races to go to see who's going to win the second round of the 2024 World Championship. It's the All-and FIM Speedway GP of Poland here in Warsaw tonight. Riders making their way round. Track has been prepared for the semi-finals, but it won't be then graded again for the final. They leave it for the final 3 races of the evening. Track, for a temporary track, has been fabulous. Perfect. Really has been superb. So we congratulate all concerned. Ollie Olsen leading his gang and doing a great job. So here we go then, first semi-final. Jason Doyle's off the inside in red. Kai Hülkenberg, gate number 2 in blue. Robert Lambert, gate number 3 in white, and Jack Holder, the championship leader, will go from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Tough one to call, Chris, but Doyle, can he keep it going?
I think he can off gate 1. I think, you know, Holder off gate 4 is going to be tough for him. The Aussie duo lead the series at the moment. They've got the better 2 gates here, and I would expect them both to go through to the semi-final.
Yep. Sure, the Australian fans down under watching on keenly here, and men are doing them proud, that's for sure. They're 1 and 2 in the world right now after the first round, and they've both ridden superbly well to get to this stage once again. Hülkenberg is a danger, but I tell you what, so is Robert Lambert. Lambert has shown some good speed this evening, and as I say, he'll be smarting. But he didn't make the final, of course, in Donja Kraljevic 2 weeks ago. So terrific lineup here for the first semi-final. Doyle, 2017, he was world champion. He's going very well indeed. Green lights on. Tapes up. Away we go. Hülkenberg trying to get there, but look at tough on Hülkenberg, that. Meeting the sandwich.
Yeah, it was just got all too tight going into turn 1.
Holder didn't half come across.
No one giving. Yeah, Doyle kept going as you would expect him to do so. So tough on Hülkenberg.
Ruthless first corner. Let's keep our fingers crossed on Hülkenberg. He landed heavily over the high side. Uncomfortable for the German. Couldn't really do too much about that.
He made a very good start, again from gate 2, reacted well, got the bike working.
He did indeed. But Holder really did come steaming across there at this stage of the night. Everybody's on good form. But as I say, Hülkenberg is down and being attended to. Let's hope he's okay. No decision made yet by the referee. I would think it'll be all 4 back.
Yeah, it should be. Absolutely, 100% should be.
Jack Holder's done the business tonight, showing, I'll use the word again, character and maturity, because he started the night slowly with 2 third places and then got 8 points from his final 3 qualifying heats, and really meant business there, didn't he, as he came charging across from the outside gate.
It's a semi-final. It's not like the qualifying heats. It's not about a point or 2 points, 3 points. You've got to be in the top 2. You've got to be there to make the final.
Yep, absolutely. Robert Lambert there out of gate number 3. He'll have a second chance. As I say, Hülkenberg is sat up. I can just see him. He is sat up, so probably a touch winded, and I knocked him out, taking his time. Let's see it again.
Yeah, you can see Holder comes across, angled the bike. Hülkenberg's actually the one to make the start on the inside. Doyle keeps going, he's going to do that, he's got to get into the corner, but that was really about Holder coming across, done nothing wrong, he's made a good enough start to do so, and at that point it just gets too tight for the 2 riders on the inside of him, and Hülkenberg's the one that goes over.
Devil's advocate, is Doyle a bit hard on Hülkenberg here?
I'm not really sure, because if Holder hadn't have been there, Hülkenberg wouldn't have fallen off. So
that's a fair comment.
You know, it's 3 riders all going for the same little bit of turf. I'm
No
afraid.
exclusion light on though, Chris. So let's keep our fingers crossed we see them all fall back. And we are hearing the stadium announcer has at least said it's all fall back. I don't know why they get the information before we do. We're obviously a little bit further down the line, but in truth,
well, we called it anyway. We knew what it would be. It's a hard fall there. Oh, that's a typical collarbone type crash.
Well, you're right. High side accident, landing heavily on his right shoulder, and he's still not up, so he may well be that he's in trouble here. And which would be a great shame, because he rides there. He's on his feet. Is he on his feet? Yes, he is. A round of applause for Hülkenberg.
Yeah. The large crowd here really appreciating that. It's good to see him up.
It would be a great shame if he can't take his place in the rerun. He's moving his arms. Phil Morris just now getting some updates. And a bit of work going on, of course, with the bike. He'll want to try and ride that bike if at all possible. Hülkenberg just beginning to make his way back to the pit area, and very soon I think we'll find out whether he's fit enough to take his place.
You can see there the dirt on his right shoulder where he's gone down hard on that, but it will be a huge shame if he can't take his place. Finish a credible 6th place in Croatia, and it would be good for him to be able to build on that.
I'm not sure he's going to.
No.
I get the feeling that might be him done. And I hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong, but I've got a feeling that Kai Hülkenberg is not going to be able to take his place in the semi-final, which is a great shame. The new boy in for the series this year as a wild card. Hülkenberg has started strongly, ridden well again. So the referee hasn't excluded anybody, so if Hülkenberg is fit enough, he is in the rerun, but there is a question mark over that. Jason Doyle sitting patiently, waiting for the rerun. Did have a good look, actually, over his right shoulder as Hülkenberg was bouncing down the track. This man, is he fit enough to take his place in the rerun?
He's not holding, you know, he's not holding his right arm, which when you've got a collarbone, you always want to hold it up. So I've got a feeling he's gonna come back out.
Well, as I said, I do hope I'm wrong, but
unless he's had a bang on the head, of course, then the medics won't let that happen.
So concern for Hülkenberg, and rightly so, taking their time. We're going to have a little bit more of a check-out. Phil Morris just keeping a view, because Phil Morris is effectively now completely in charge of the Grand Prix. He will assess the situation, and when he feels it's ready, he will then tell the referee to put the 2-minute clock on. These guys now, massive pressure, experience coming to the fore now. 38 years of age, former world champion Jason Doyle has been there, got the T-shirt. This man, coming of age rapidly, Jack Holder, the championship leader, will want to get on with it. Touch frustrated when you made such a good fist of it initially.
You've got to give him credit for that start off gate 4. He came across, he was very determined. He didn't elect to go for the dirt. Of course, we've had a track grade, it's not going to be as deep out there, so he made a great start.
Hülkenberg, I reckon, is ruled out. He's taking the top of his suit off and relaxing in his chair. I can't see him with that sort of body language suddenly getting himself prepared for the final, or the semi-final, excuse me. So, yeah, riders are now being told that there's just going to be 3 riders only. So 2 of them will make the semi-finals, 1 will miss out. So bad luck for Kai Hülkenberg, who won his last ride in heat number 18 in spectacular fashion. Doyle back out on track. What a night he's had so far. He's had a couple of moments actually tonight. In the very first race of the evening, he was involved in an incident. Was involved in another incident. He's never far away from the action, is he?
That's the character he is.
Yeah, we love that. We love that about him, the fact that he really does put it all out there. And he's ridden in top form so far this evening. So no rider in gate number 2 now.
Probably helps Jason Doyle a little bit, that.
Excuse me?
Probably helps Jason Doyle a little bit that doesn't have a rider directly on the outside of him.
Yep, it got tight as they went into the first corner, and as you're right, he'll have a bit more racing room this time, you would suggest. So, riders back up at tape. So we've got Jason Doyle off the inside in the red helmet colour. No rider in gate number 2 because Kai Hülkenberg can't take his place. He hasn't been excluded, but it's just not fit to take his place in the rerun. Gate number 3 in white will be Robert Lambert, and off the outside, Jack Holder in yellow had made such a fabulous start in the initial start of the semi-final number 1. The riders just doing a bit of gardening work. There's 40 seconds to go before they've got to be ready to go.
Yeah, Jason Doyle is, of course, carrying a warning from one of his earlier heats, where he had a little nibble at the start, so he's going to have to remain still. We'll be fully aware of that, of course.
Indeed. He's quite used to that, actually, carrying a warning throughout the night. So riders coming forward now, just the 3 of them. Who's going to make the final in the Narodowy in 2024? We're about to find out. Second time of asking, that tapes are up. Doyle's made a fabulous start off the inside. He gets there, but Holder's made that bike work of fuel.
That's tight. That's tight.
Down the back straight. Jason Doyle did so with Doyle. Oh, Holder's in trouble. He's gone wide. Lambert's come through in the second place. Drama there for Jack Holder, but Doyle's out in front.
Tell you what, that was a wise move from Jason Doyle to move Jack Holder out. Of course, Jack's leading the championship, and this could have a massive effect on him.
Doyle's nearly in the fence. How did he hang on to that? Fantastic action for second and third. Holder's come through in the second place. He got the better of Lambert. Lambert now having the door slammed shut. It's an Aussie 1-2 out in front. Fantastic semi-final here, the first semi-final. But Doyle, where he's accustomed to being all night long, is going to win the first semi-final. And he's through to the final. Oh my goodness, it's tight for second. Very tight for second. I think the Holder just about hung on. Yeah. Robert Lambert was involved in a fantastic race, but disappointment, I think, for Robert Lambert once again missing out in the semi-final. What a race. What a race that was. Tell you what, that was tough on that opening lap.
Very
Doyle
tough.
and Holder. That man, he means business this year, doesn't he?
Tell you what, these guys have got the bike set up absolutely on the limit. They're all making mistakes. The track isn't particularly... Oh, look at that. Jason Doyle clatters into Jack Holder there coming off the turn. He knows he's got to make the move quick, because Jack Holder's in great form. And it was a great ride from Jack Holder. I think he hangs on to second place, but I mean, determination on that first lap there from Doyle. Moves him over, knows what he's doing. Almost leaves a big enough hole for Robert Lambert. Mistake there on the outside. That was the one you were alluding to, scraping his elbow off the fence.
And here comes Lambert on the run to the line. Now, does he get the better of Holder here?
I don't think so.
He's lifted.
Probably because he's lifted. Look at the control he's got there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, not from that angle, can't tell.
I tell you what,
I can't tell from that.
I'm not sure. Lambert's in, Holder's out.
Oh no.
Oh,
disaster
drama
for Jack Holder.
Jack Holder, the championship leader, just misses out there by an absolute whisker. Doyle's through, joined by Robert Lambert. What a sensational first semi-final we just witnessed there. Desperately disappointing for Jack Holder. Tough race between the Aussies. Archie in the first corner. But they haven't fallen out too bad. But fantastic speedway here in the Narodowy.
Well, we said Lambert had got to start converting decent qualification meetings into finals, and he did it there.
What a way to do it. So Doyle and Lambert through to the final. Jack Holder and Hülkenberg missing out. Second semi-final. Zmarzlik off the inside in red, Dan Bewley gate number 2 in blue, Simon Wozniak gate number 3 in white, and Martin Vashlik off the outside in yellow. This semi-final's got something to live up to. I tell you what, we've just witnessed something pretty special there in heat semi-final number 1. Zmarzlik been a little up and down, but nonetheless going along quite nicely. Martin Vaslik electing to go from gate number 4. He had the first choice for this race, didn't hesitate. My colleague alongside me predicted that, and Martin Vaslik must have heard you.
Yeah, well, it
stormed straight there.
He won his last race, heat 20, off gate 4, so no real surprise that having had one ride on the regraded track, he would want to go back off the outside.
So will we see Zmarzlik? Zmarzlik's found it tough to get to finals here. The Polish riders have found it very difficult to win here. They've got 2 representatives here now, with Zmarzlik and Wozniak. Wozniak has ridden superbly well tonight. Big improvement in his performance from the first round. Here we go. Semi-final number 2. Green liners on all, tapes up fast, and the poles were away. Wozniak hits the front, Martin Vaslik round the outside, Zmarzlik covering that move, electing to go wide. Wozniak made a fabulous start from gate number 3, but keep your eyes on Bartosz Zmarzlik, who hits the front now. The crowd, the roar from the crowd is impressive. Wozniak's not out of it though, look at the grip he's got, coming off a turn number 2.
And Bewley's now mixing it as well, he'd made a disastrous start. Martin Vaslik now round the outside,
whoa!
From him.
What a ride from Martin Vaslik.
So much speed.
And Bewley's now coming to 3rd. Martin Vaslik, dramatic speed from him. Zmarzlik out in front with a lap to go. Got a feel for Wozniak, who's now at the back. But for Bartosz Zmarzlik, he's going to cruise through to the final. Probably his best ride of the night. Here comes Martin Vaslik through into 2nd place. And Zmarzlik's in. Championship performance there. He wants to be a 5-time world champion. And what a ride it was. Bewley was in it. Martin Vaslik turning on the style there to come through to get the better of Wozniak. But that man, you can't count him out. 4th place in Croatia 2 weeks ago. He's back in the final. Bartosz Zmarzlik. He wins semi-final number 2. Martin Vaslik coming through in 2nd place. Brilliant ride from him. Dan Bewley misses out, and Simon Wozniak got a feel for Wozniak there. Made such a good start. He was right there, but that just shows you how tough it is.
Oh, it's a tough field, and Dan Bewley was never really out of it, but Martin Vaslik just kept sticking to the outside to grab that 2nd place. You can see now off the start, Wozniak, gate 3, not the best gate by any means tonight. Gets across Zmarzlik, hits the front, and you've got to say from there, you think he can hang on to this. And at the moment, Martin Vaslik stuck back in 3rd place. Zmarzlik now round the outside. Vaslik just trying to work the race out, work out where everybody's riding. He's got so much speed, he can just do whatever he wants with the bike, just generating the speed. But Bartosz Zmarzlik, a ride of a champion, true champion.
Yeah.
He did it in the semi-final, does it here. Dan Bewley almost gets himself into 2nd place there.
Yeah, when it really mattered, Bartosz Zmarzlik turned on the style there, found it within himself to do the business. Martin Vaslik likewise, that was a smashing ride from him to come around the outside, to get himself into 2nd place and make his 1st final of the year. And a great way to bounce back. Tremendous respect between those 2 guys. They were teammates, of course, for some time in Gorzów before Zmarzlik left to go and ride for Lublin. They know each other very well indeed. So as we prepare ourselves for the draw for the final, it's been a sensational Speedway evening. So we'll look at the points that are given out for the riders that are dropping out of the Grand Prix at this stage. So Jack Holder picks up 12 points, far from disastrous actually. Dan Bewley on 11, Wozniak picks up 10, and Kai Hülkenberg, who we hope is okay, we really do, picks up 9 World Championship points. And for Hülkenberg, he's had a solid start to his campaign. Would have liked to have been slightly better tonight, but nonetheless goes away with a decent haul of points. We're building up for the gate choice for the grand final here in the Naradovi. Let's have a look at the gate success for the final time this evening before the last race of the evening. We've got it for you now. So this is interesting reading because 7 race wins off the inside. That's a massive turnaround. There was nothing going on early on from the inside 2 gates, and gate 4 still working well.
Yeah, this one not so clear-cut now. We're in the final. Jason Doyle will get 1st pick. Just 1 off the inside gate. I think it will be hard for him to pick gate 4, but I think I would be advising him to do so.
You can see, although he goes that way. Of course, you know Jason so well. He rides for your club, of course, back in the UK, the Ipswich Witches, where he does a fantastic job. Even though you do fall out with him occasionally and you have to apologise. But nonetheless, he seems to have kissed and made up, and seems to have worked a treat tonight.
Yeah, just leave him riding him up a little bit.
He's ridden out of his skin so far this evening. Which way is it going to go?
See, Bartosz Zmarzlik, he came so close last year to repaying these Polish fans in the Narodowy with a win. It was a chase down to the finish line. He's going to be feeling it. He's going to want it big time. He will do whatever it takes.
Yeah, he will. And it wouldn't be a major surprise if he won another Grand Prix and be the first Polish winner here in the Narodowy. It really will be quite a moment. I'm sure it's something that he would dearly love to do. Don't rule out Robert Lambert. Can he win his first Grand Prix? He's given himself every chance. Didn't throw the towel in. So he is there with every opportunity to do so. Right, for the final time tonight, let's get down to Abby. She's going to take us through the gate choice for the final.
It is now time for the gate selection for the final. Will Jason Doyle take the inside gate that served him so well in the semi-final? But it will leave gate 4 open for Bartosz Zmarzlik. Bartosz Zmarzlik, please select your gate. And decisively walks to gate 4 to yellow. Martin Vasilik now, please select your gate position. Martin opts for gate 3 for white, and finally Robert Lambert, looking for his first victory, will start from blue in gate 2.
Here we go then, the line-up for the final. Doyle electing to go from the inside. Must have been tempted for the outside, but went for gate number 1. Gate number 2 for Robert Lambert. Martin Vasilik out of gate number 3. And Bartosz Zmarzlik probably delighted to be off the outside. I feel that gives him a very good chance.
Yeah, I think he will be feeling a little bit lucky to be given gate 4. But I had a feeling that Jason, having made the start off gate 1 and the restaging of the semi-final one, I just felt it would be too hard for him to give that up. He's a muscler. He wants to muscle his way into the first turn. He'll want to be on the inside.
Look at that skyline. Beautiful evening here in Poland. Absolutely beautiful evening. As I say, it's a lovely place. It's a beautiful city. The town square itself is really quite a sight to behold. Plenty of history in this part of the world as well, of course. The Narodowy Stadium there, looking splendid in the night sky as darkness has fallen. Just under 60 seconds to decide who's going to be the winner here in the Narodowy. I fancy Zmarzlik here. I think you might go with Doyle. I don't know what your thoughts are, but I just sense Zmarzlik might just have the edge here from the outside.
He will be happy to be going from there, that's actually sure. It gives him options. It's been a very good gate, and it's stayed good pretty much all night. But look, you know, Robert Lambert, look at the focus on his face. He wants to win a Grand Prix, of course. And Martin Vasilik, you said it earlier, if he starts well, he finishes well.
Yeah, he's gone along nicely. We saw Jack Holder win for the first time 2 weeks ago. Will we see Lambert do the same feat here tonight? What a night to do it. This is some Grand Prix to win. They all carry the same amount of points. So it doesn't matter where you are, but nonetheless,
it's one of the special ones, isn't it?
It's a bit special in here to win. And I think it's a big test as well of your nerve to keep yourself together. Riders coming up now. Freddie Lingland will be a touch disappointed not to have made the final. The first time he hasn't made a final here in the Narodowy, so yeah, he'll be disappointed with that, having finished third 2 weeks ago.
I'll tell you what, Kelvin, if we've saved the best till last, I'm going to be watching this one through my fingers.
Yeah, so it's going to be some tear-up, that's for sure. As I say, it's been a fantastic night of Speedway, World Championship Speedway at its very best here tonight. I must say that it's been a real privilege to be in the stadium, and let alone to commentate on the action. It's been the added bonus. Jason Doyle has pretty much dominated the Grand Prix. He is the clear, he's won more races than everybody else. He didn't win a race, of course, 2 weeks ago, which was remarkable. It came in here in second place in the World Championship. But he's been winning races for fun tonight. So here we go. For the final time this evening in the Naradovi. The lineup for you for the grand final. Jason Doyle from Australia off the inside in the red helmet colour. Robert Lambert off gate number 2 in blue from Great Britain. Martin Vasilic from Slovakia out of gate number 3 in white. And from Poland, the world champion, the 4-time world champion, Bartosz Zmarzlik in the yellow helmet colour. Can he win in the Naradovi and be the first Polish man to win here? That is quite remarkable.
Yes, well, he's certainly capable, and thank goodness the roof is not on, because if he does, it would be coming off.
It'd be a big bill. Crowd are on their feet. Everybody in front of me has just stood up. These are incredible scenes here. The Polish fans willing their man on. He hasn't disappointed them over the last 5 years. 4 titles in 5 years. Pretty impressive. But could it be Doyle's night? Doyle has certainly ridden the best, most consistent through the evening. Or could it be a first Grand Prix win for Robert Lambert out of gate number 2? We're about to find out. Here we go. Final time of the night. Green light is on now. Tapes are up and underway. Great start from Doyle. Here comes Zmarzlik. Zmarzlik's gone very wide. Brilliant corner from Doyle. Doyle stretches a march down the back straight. He hits the front. Lambert's through into 3rd place. But Bartosz Zmarzlik in 2nd place is going to hunt Jason Doyle down.
Yeah, Jason Doyle cannot afford to make any mistakes. Riding well, bike's working well. He'll be hearing the chains, he'll be hearing the motor. Zmarzlik doing all he can. 2nd place in this Naradovi Stadium tonight won't be enough for him. But Jason Doyle's doing everything right at the moment, but Zmarzlik waiting to pounce.
Jason Doyle, just over a lap to go, has ridden superbly well. He's into the last lap. Less than 270 metres to go. Bartosz Zmarzlik coming on strong in 2nd place. One last blast down the back straight. Jason Doyle through the last corner, and he's going to be a Grand Prix winner once again. Doyle wins in the Naradovi. What a fantastic moment for him. He's been the rider of the night. Always off the bike down the back straight.
That's a little embarrassing.
Touch embarrassing, but I don't think he cares.
No.
What a night.
He's happy with
What
that.
a night. He's had 7 rides, he's had 6 wins. He had 7 rides 2 weeks ago. He didn't have any wins.
No, it's polar opposites for Jason Doyle, but he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's throwing the bike down the track. He's on top of the world at the moment.
Well, slightly embarrassing way to complete the night, but what a ride. He took the right gate. We weren't sure about that, but gate 1 proved to be decisive. He rode a superb line, trusted his equipment, and came out on top.
And the Naradovi waits longer for a home win.
Indeed they do. Zmarzlik getting closer. 3rd place last year, 2nd place this year. And Zmarzlik going over to congratulate Jason Doyle. Doyle back to his best. Best I've seen him ride in an awful long time. Result of the final for you. Doyle wins the Grand Prix out in front. Fast time as well. Zmarzlik back in 2nd place. Robert Lambert in 3rd. And Martin Vasilic in 4th place. Good to see Lambert on the rostrum. He'll be pleased with that. But the wait for his first Grand Prix goes on.
Yeah, cracking ride from Jason Doyle. Didn't make any mistakes in that one. In his previous races, he's made 1 or 2 mistakes, gone across the corners. Absolutely no mistakes at all.
Yeah. Jason Doyle, who is a man who works awfully hard. He's throwing himself about. He's been off the bike down the back straight, putting a wheelie. He's just fallen off the air fence on his back again. He's battered and bruised, but I don't think he's numb right now. He doesn't care. He's overjoyed, and rightly so. Here we see the final once more.
Yeah, another good start from the inside. Zmarzlik gets there almost with him, then says, OK, not going to get across him, got to go to the dirt line. Lambert looks for a way up the inside, but Jason Doyle, his reaction there, you can see the back wheel moving. It doesn't even look like the tapes have moved. He's dropped the clutch so quickly. It was a fantastic reaction from him. And as I said, he rides the race perfectly. Perfect lines, no mistakes. Zmarzlik right behind him, under loads of pressure, handles it well.
He does indeed. track has behaved as well. Last year the track broke up just a touch, but this year the track has been very well behaved indeed. And Jason Doyle has been the rider
of embarrassment.
Yeah, and unfortunately he's going to see it once or twice, but he won't care a jot, because he's picked up another Grand Prix victory, 20 points to his name, and he moves on to 38 World Championship points, and that really is quite fabulous, and he leads the way in the World Championship. And for a man at 38 years of age, the hunger and the light has not dimmed at all, has he?
Not a fraction, no. He's still as aggressive and wanting to win than ever.
Fair play, he's doing another wheelie. Yeah. Hasn't lost his confidence, has he? So, no, his hunger for victory and his hunger for wins is just as strong as it was back in 2016 and 2017. Turned his career around, you know. He was sort of a rider that was overlooked for so long, and then all of a sudden really dedicated himself and has come through and has won the biggest prize, of course. There you see the points given out, 20 points for Doyle, Zmarzlik on 18, Lambert 16 points, and Martin Vashalik with a solid performance tonight, finishing 4th place, 14 points to him. But the storyline is Doyle. That was such an impressive performance throughout, no question about that. So there you see the World Championship standings after 2 rounds. Doyle out in front on 38 points, Jack Holder on 32 alongside Zmarzlik. Robert Lambert moving into 4th place now, going along well. Freddie Lindgren back to 5th. Vashalik in there, Hülkenberg going along well, Renault, even though he missed out on the opportunity of making the final tonight. And Dan Bewley rounds out the top 8 on 18 World Championship points. What a night of Speedway, Chris. That really has been fabulous stuff.
There's been so much expectation coming into this round. It's a great stadium with 50,000 people in it, and we're all expecting something great, and well, it hasn't failed to deliver. It's been a fabulous night at Speedway.
Indeed it has. We will hear from the top 3. Abby will have made her way out onto the centre green. I can see her there, and she's waiting for the top 3 to come forward. As I was just about to say, Jason Doyle hasn't just won this meeting, he has dominated it. He has won 6 races and a 2nd place. That is a fantastic performance, and one that he will reflect on under the huge pressure in this environment. That is a huge statement from Jason Doyle. So we will be able to hear from Robert Lambert first of all. And as I say, Abby is already there, and she is going to be joined by Robert now.
Robert, congratulations. It was such a tough semi-final, just making the final, now making the podium.
Yeah, it was literally hanging everything on the line from that semi-final to get into the final. That's been, you know, tough one, and I've always missed out. So yeah, there's trying to hang on the mudguard to get over that line before Jack. But yeah, good to be on the podium. But yeah, we need to get on the top next time.
It's coming. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Good ride from Robert Lambert. A little bit disappointed not to win. He's still waiting for that win, but nonetheless, a fantastic ride in the semi-final and a strong performance in the grand final itself. Lambert, a win in a Grand Prix not too far away. Right, let's hear from the world champion, the man who finished 2nd in the Narodowy tonight. Bartosz Zmarzlik is with Abby.
Your best ever result here in the Narodowy Stadium in front of so many Polish fans.
Yes, of course. I again not winning here for you Polish, my fans people, but step by step. Last year I been the 3rd place. Now is 2nd one. Is I think so also not better results for the Poland, and I'm happy because I'm finality today. I'm really nice feeling on the track, and everything I have in my arm, but final is always is final, and yeah, congrats for the boys.
And a few words to those Polish fans in your mother tongue.
Dobry wieczór, Warszawa! Powiem wam szczerze, jeździć przed taką publicznością jak wy dzisiaj, to co tu stworzyliście na tym pięknym naszym narodowym stadionie, to jest coś po prostu niesamowitego. Szczerze, mega ciężko dla głowy, ale finalnie jak dzisiaj już wieczorem stoimy teraz tutaj po finale, był to zaszczyt jeździć przed wami. Naprawdę wielkie podziękowania dla was, że zrobiliście tak świetną atmosferę. Niestety jesteście bardzo cierpliwi, za co wam serdecznie dziękuję. Dzisiaj mamy drugie miejsce, może trzeba przejść drogą step by step, ale nigdy nie wątpijcie, mocno we mnie wierzcie, a ja będę robił wszystko dla was, żeby was usatysfakcjonować.
Well, a fabulous reaction there to Bartosz Zmarzlik, who's getting closer for a win here in the Narodowy. He's a very popular man indeed. And he put Jason Doyle under a lot of pressure there throughout the race, but there's no doubt that this man, the winner here in the Narodowy, Jason Doyle, is with Abby now.
Jason Doyle, the man of the night. Victory again. First time since Melbourne 2017, and you won 6 out of the 7 heats. It was just a commanding performance from start to finish.
Yeah, I cannot believe it after 7 years, like you just said, after Melbourne. And I've tried so hard for so many years to get back on the top step, and it's finally happened, and what a great place to do it.
Jason, you're leading the world standings.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a long way to go. We've still got 8 more Grand Prix, but what a crowd, what a stadium, and this is a bittersweet moment for me, and I'm going to cherish it as much. Crashed after the race. That's the first time I haven't crashed in the meeting, and I'm so happy.
Take the crash then, but you had speed tonight, you were making the starts, and that gate selection for the final, it proved the right one.
Yeah, you put so much pressure on yourself when you're #1 point scorer, and then you think, what gate should you pick? And when I went off gate 1, I see Zmarzlik go off gate 4, I thought, here we go, this is going to be a tough one, because it was either 1 or 4, and have I made the right decision? And made a half-decent start and got on that rut on the inside to get out in front, and yeah, I was just checking away and seeing what the bike was doing, but it felt so great, and yeah, I'm here.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Cheers.
Well, fabulous night for Jason Doyle, and I tell you what, he epitomises hard work. There have been times in recent seasons when he just hasn't been at the races. He's had all sorts of dramas, but by crikey, he has never let his chin drop. He has kept battling away. And 2017 Melbourne, I was there, was living fortunate to be there. Didn't realise it was quite as long as that. But nonetheless, it's been a fabulous performance from him tonight. Robert Lambert coming forward now. He'll reflect on this. He's going along well, on the podium in such a big Grand Prix. A good night's work.
Yeah, he continues to be the most consistent of the British trio at the moment. The last couple of years he's been the most consistent British rider, and once again tonight, nice to see him on the podium.
Yeah, good work from Robert Lambert. Bartosz Zmarzlik, the world champion, coming forward now. Nearly slips over, but nonetheless he's there. Fan favourite, of course. Terrific reaction. Seems pretty satisfied with second place.
Yeah, he's made progress in the championship. It's tight at the top, and he will be disappointed underneath that smile. He wanted a win for these home fans, but that man there, Jason Doyle, put pay to that.
Man of the moment now, Doyle, coming forward. Fabulous performance. He has dominated the Grand Prix. Stands on top of the box for the first time since 2017 when he won the World Championship in Melbourne. And he'll be dreaming now potentially of a second World Championship. Will he be the man? And Australia will be proud tonight, that's for sure, or this morning down under, of course. I'm sure you're all overjoyed. You might be just having a sneaky beer early on in the game, I don't know.
A breakfast beer.
There we go, fully deserved. Doyle has done you proud. So there's your first 3. It's been a great night of Speedway. It's been really exciting. Dignitaries coming forward now to present the awards and trophies to the top 3. Renata coming forward there to Bartosz Zmarzlik, the trophy for second place. As I say, he's very gracious. He's an all-round guy, isn't it? You know what I mean? He's disappointed. I think he He knows it's a bit of a marathon. It's only 2 rounds into the 11. Mikel Skora from the FIM coming forward now to present the trophy to the winner on the night. And Jason Doyle will be just beginning to realise what he's done tonight, because it's been a dream run. And he was brave enough to take that inside gate in the final and trust his form and his bike. And so it's proved it's been a terrific night of Speedway. It doesn't get much better than that.
No, I was just about to comment on the fact that I think for the amount of quality races, one of the best we've ever seen.
National anthem of Australia now. Fabulous moment for Jason Doyle, a proud Australian. Lives in the UK, mind, and lives in Norwich with his beautiful wife Emily, who will be also very proud of her husband tonight, I'm sure. He has done the business, and it could well be quite a season for Jason Doyle, who's had a second and a win now in the first 2 Grand Prix. Brilliant start to the campaign. As I say, for Robert Lambert, a winner's not too far away in a final. Had to ride so well to get the better of Jack Holder. That really was a great effort. And as I say, although he was a little disappointed in his interview, you've got to believe he'll win one very soon.
Yeah, it's coming, and getting used to that Australian anthem, aren't we? Jack Holder's played out in Croatia for Jack, and now tonight in Poland for Jason Doyle.
Well, it makes a pleasant change from hearing the Polish national anthem. We heard that rather a lot last year.
We know that very well.
Yeah, we do indeed. I know it backwards. But for Australia, this is a great moment, and particularly for Jason Doyle. Australia have had so many wonderful riders. Of course, Jason Crump being the most successful World Championship rider, 3-time world champion, multiple Grand Prix victories. I'm sure he's watching on tonight. Chris Holder and Jack Holder will be congratulating, I'm sure, Jason Doyle, who is a very respected man, because he works so very hard at it. You work with him, you employ him, you know all about him.
Yeah, look, Jason, he doesn't put anything special into the Grand Prix that he doesn't put into every single meeting in a league match in Poland, in Denmark, in the UK. He only knows one way, and that's just a battle.
And it's working for him. Didn't win a race in Croatia 2 weeks ago. He had 6 wins here tonight. Fabulous scenes down on the centre green. The stadium really is quite a sight to behold, and it's been entertained royally. Everybody in here. Many people have left. There's still a lot of people in here watching all the celebrations. There's fireworks to come as well. We'll get some more reaction with Greg and Abby, who are down there waiting for us, and we'll be moving on down to them very shortly. So we can do just that. Let's go down where Abby and Greg are waiting for us on the centre green.
Greg, we always expect brilliant racing here inside the Narodowy Stadium, but the track was on form, and so was the racing.
Absolutely. You know, this had a little bit of a Cardiff feel for me from the early days. Started to break up a little bit early, and by the end of the night, you could see, even talking with Simon Wozniak in the pits tonight a lot, like I could see the resemblances. The track was cutting up. You couldn't just stretch your arms and let the bike do all the work. You had to ride it, and the racing was insane. Probably one of the best GP events we've seen for a long, long time.
And possibly the best we've seen Jason ride for a long, long time.
You know, that guy, I've kind of tipped him off here and there that, like, he's a guy that could spoil anything, and he's still showing that he's a world championship contender. So hats off to him. He dominated tonight.
Yeah, and he's still so hungry for it, isn't he?
Absolutely, he's super hungry. I mean, you feel bad. There's still not a Polish rider that's won this GP, and like as the commentator said, we've heard the Australian national anthem twice now. So let's see what's going to happen in the future. But Bartek still finished second.
Absolutely, and you thought possibly when Jason chose the inside gate, has he just left gate 4, which has been favourable all night for Bartek to get that first win in front of a Polish crowd, but not to be yet.
No, exactly. I think Jason's pretty smart. He knows his gating is good. He doesn't want to give Bartosz the chance to get the edge on him there. So he controlled the race from the red gate there, which was very clever, and he was confident. So it showed, right? Bartek didn't have anything to offer him.
No, I mean, it was a great start, as you say, from Jason Doyle, but there's that confidence that must have just kept on coming through the night because there was so much consistency with him.
Absolutely, and he looked great, and Gorichin too, right? He was quite solid, and you know, to get off early and get good points in these first 2 GP events, and to get a win this early, he must be on top of the world right now. There's a lot going on in his life, you know, with family too. So I take my hat off to him. This guy's too good to be a one-time world champion.
Well, Jack Holder just missing out, and you know, it's still Aussies at the top there, but Bartek really wanting to reaffirm his place at the top of the standings. But at the moment, Jason Doyle's leading the way, but we do have 9 rounds to go.
You got that right. It's a marathon, right? So anything can happen, and Bartosz is a very clever guy, but what about Robert Lambert? He hasn't got one yet either, a win, but it's got to be coming. The same thing I tell Simon Wozniak, it's coming.
It's a bit like Jack Holder. You feel that would be a huge weight off his shoulders when he does make that win. We are off to Landshut next, back there at a track where you've taken a win.
I did, you know, it's kind of like, it's nice to go back to that place. I remember it was one of the early GPs that ever got rained out, and we had to run the following day, and I got a win there, and I just remember, like, I like day races.
Yeah, I can remember you saying that in Molilla. Greg, thank you so much. Back to your commentators.
Yeah, thank you very much, the both of you. Terrific work from you two down there in the pit area and on the centre green. Let's just take another look at this final. What a superb ride it was from Jason in front.
Yeah, there was a lot of emphasis on the gate picks. Obviously difficult to know whether to choose the inside gate or the outside gate, and Jason Doyle elected to go off the inside. Zmarzlik almost got across him on the way to the corner. He had to make a decision. I'm not going to get there. If I try and get across Jason Doyle, I'm going to get clattered into and I'm going to miss the corner. So he went out in the dirt. It was the right decision to make. Then he reeled Jason back in, put him under pressure. But there was just no rattling Jason Doyle. Fantastic night, fantastic race to win the final.
Yeah, showed great composure there with the world champion chasing him down. Never easy, because Zmarzlik never throws the towel, and he's not going to give you the win.
No.
And he certainly didn't there, but Jason Doyle, as you rightly say, had all the answers tonight. It's been an exemplary performance from the Australian, and one that he can reflect on with great pride. And I haven't got too long to dwell on it, because we'll be racing in Grand Prix again next weekend down in Bavaria, where we go to Landshut. Riders just going around the track just to wave goodbye to this huge crowd in the stadium tonight. They have stayed behind to see the victors and the top 3. So we've got next Saturday, of course, in Landshut. We move there. Down in Bavaria, qualifying practice is at 3 o'clock Central European time, and the build-up show starting at 6:30, and then racing starting promptly at 7 o'clock. Thanks very much for joining us tonight. I mean, it really has been a breathtaking night of Speedway. We're going to watch the fireworks, so hopefully you'll be entertained by them, but it really has been a terrific night, and one that will live long in the memory.
It's been a privilege to be here. You know, the fans have all stayed. They have appreciated what these guys, not just these 3 guys that are parading now, have done tonight, but the entire lineup. There's been some absolutely cracking races.
Indeed there has. Bartosz Zmarzlik on 32 points now, equalled second in the world with Jack Holder. Robert Lambert also going along very nicely in the championship chase. He's not out of it. As you rightly said, he's been the most consistent British rider in the last couple of years. He finished 6th in the championship last year, and he's doing even better than that this time around after 2 rounds in the 2024 World Championship chase. So the lights will dim shortly, as the riders have just taken a fairly pedestrian lap in the cars around the track, saying goodbye to the fan and waving to the fans. People are beginning to leave, but not in that many. There's still plenty in the stadium to enjoy the fireworks that are coming up very shortly. So we will enjoy the fireworks, and then we will round up things shortly afterwards. We've got a couple of minutes of crash bang wallop to enjoy.
A bit like the meeting.
Indeed, and a fitting end to a fabulous night here in Warsaw. So riders have now just gently gone out to the away from the track itself. Fantastic the way they make these football stadiums into a motorsport venue. Really is quite an effort, and Ollie Olsen and his team have done a terrific job. So here we are, firework time.
Tak jest, to specjalnie dla was. Mówiliśmy, że zrobi się ciemno. Odliczamy!
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just like the racing, fireworks everywhere. We've had this night, a terrific conclusion to it as well. It's been superb. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been a smashing night of Speedway, World Championship Speedway, really doing itself proud here this evening. One more look at the World Championship standings. Obviously, Jason Doyle with a 6-point lead over Jack Holder and Bartosz Zmarzlik. Robert Lambert going along nicely in 4th place there. Lindgren, Martin Vaslik, Kai Hülkenberg and Dan Bewley rounding out the top 8. Plenty of racing to go, but there's no question that Leon Madsen and Ty Wuffenden have got a lot of work to do after disappointing starts to the campaign. But for Jason Doyle, well, I tell you what, he'll have the bit between his teeth now. He'll be a hard man to chase down.
He will be, yeah, he will take a lot from this evening. We're used to seeing him battle, but tonight, back to his best, winning races. Actually very close to winning all 7 of his rides. Fabulous night.
Yeah, one of his best performances at the very highest level. As I say, it reminds me of 2017 when he was absolutely flying, and he's been terrific here this evening. Thanks again for joining us. It's been a terrific night of Speedway. We are looking forward to going to Bavaria and Landshut in 7 days' time. Join us then when we go to round number 3 of the SGP World Championship.